Hello, hola, bonjour, hey, y'all. My name is Merc. It's hump day. Welcome back to the Narc Alert Live. Listen, you're getting a little sneak preview there. I bribed him with cat grass. I got some cat grass while I was away. Uncle Tim left it here for me, and I planted it, so I was giving it to him. So, yeah, Mr. Man is here. Sorry, that's the little one. You want the big one. And he is enjoying his appetizer of cat grass. So I thought you guys might enjoy watching a cat grass mukbang for a change. He loves it. He loves like it is like a job for him. He loves it. No, keep going. Don't look at us. Don't look at the little man behind the curtain. Just keep eating. So there's Mr. Man. We'll give him his food later on, but I thought you'd enjoy it. Uncle Tim left me like 6 of these. So what I did is I doubled up the grass seeds. I put double the grass seeds in one box so it would get nice and thick for him. And I have another tray already growing so that when he massacres this one, there's another one because he loves it. I'm hoping it'll keep him off the plant. So how is everybody? How are you guys doing anyway? Oh, look, you get double Rio. No, it's just wheatgrass. It's just grass. He loves it. Ingeborg's going to try and fall asleep. All right, we'll be very, very quiet then. Rio will eat. Oh, he's done with the cat grass. He says, you know what I want? What I want is the food that's sitting on your desk. Do you want your supper? It's kind of early. Hey, it's 4:20. Smoke them if you got them. Of course, if it is legal where you are, only, of course. I got it at the dollar store. Now, in Canada, the dollar store isn't necessarily $1. But it was cheap. Like it couldn't have been more than $4 a thing. Hi, the ball. Because head's off screen. What a goof. What a goof. I heard somebody reference the $1.25 store in the States. And I thought, yeah, we don't get that. They just call it Dollarama. And then every 6 months, they raise the prices. Like when it started, it was just $1. And then it went up. And I think now they max out at $5 is. Now, honestly, I don't care. $5 is still pretty cheap. And it really expands the range of stuff that you can get there. Because, I mean, what the hell can you get? Jan just got ID'd for buying alcohol. Woohoo! All right, Jan. Let's hear Jan. Babyface Jan on the lam. Good for you. Actually, at my age, I just get insulted. It's like, for real, guys, guy. Do I look 18? No. Nor, to quote Amber. Cuppy Kicker says we have a store called Five Below. Oh, that makes sense. Five Below makes sense. Five Below makes sense. It is snowing like crazy here in Toronto. Hey, Coco Loco. it's Coco Loco. Mukbang for his cuteness. Yeah, should I get him going? He's sitting here ever so patiently. And then I can just ignore him. He takes up a lot of attention, you know. Here, do you want your supper? I'm going to put it on your chair, and then I'll move it when you're done, okay? Because I know you don't like, everything in the same place. Here. Come here. You can eat here. Eat in front of the camera for the people. They like that. Oh, shoot. Shoot, I wasn't hiding behind this. I'm going to do this. Just because it bothers me. So there, His Highness is having his supper early because you guys spoil him rotten. Snitching on Ethan. What's Ethan doing? Don't snitch on Ethan. Ethan's one of the good ones. Don't snitch on Ethan. Let Ethan do what Ethan wants to do. Ethan's an adult. Ish. All right. So what have I got to tell you? Nothing much today. Druidus was first, followed quickly by Ethan. So yeah, we're not going to snitch on Ethan. Ethan was second. And Denver. Hey, Denver, I want to apologize that I never did that night. I promised you guys I was going to stream a night hike in Costa Rica when I went. And I wanted to. But you know what? There is a problem. Here's the one problem with solo travel is a lot of times you can't book tours on your own. And a night hike, he wouldn't take me on my own unless I paid for 2 people. And I wasn't going to pay he wasn't cheap either. I wasn't going to pay like $80 US to go for an hour and a half night hike. So I'm going back in May and I'm counting the days. I believe it's 93 more days until we go. And I'm going with Val and Richard, who came to Green Day. Alyssa, who I must sleep shame because, she'll watch in the morning and it's important that I don't. She's already in bed. And Racy J, who you guys may or may not remember. Racy's been around for a long time. Anyway, there's 5 of us. So I'm so looking forward to that. And there'll be many hands to help film stuff. So it'll be better. We'll definitely film that stuff this time. So I look forward to it. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed. That's just like all I think about is going back. All my mods are very busy today. They have one eye on you, though. So combined, there's probably at least 4 eyes. I think 5's perfect. You don't want to be too big a group or too small. So I think 5 will be good. And then, like I said, I'm hoping to go back in October for 3 months. That's my vague plan right now. And I'll do another lurk trip then. I think His Highness is finished. Let you move your food. Okay? All right. Yeah. For some reason, since I came back from vacay, he doesn't like the couch. He won't sit on the couch. He'll get over it, but right now he will only sit on that chair. So I have to move his food so he has a place to sit, We know who runs the damn show around here. Marigold says, just watched the Beck Jordy reaction video, and now I'm here. Well, you have perfect timing, Marigold, because we're going to look at that too, and I didn't have any intentions. Amazon is May next year, Jan. And I'm still looking for 4 people to come with me to the Amazon in the rainy season. May, it's flexible. It could be March to May, March to June. Fluffy says I couldn't watch Beck Can't Be Bothered. Well, you should have been bothered because actually it was pretty interesting. We're going to look at it today on this live stream right here, right now. So, not too much chit-chatting today because I don't have a whole lot to say that isn't boring. So those of you who are here for AMBERLYNN, well, we're just going to get right into it because AMBERLYNN just uploaded her usual every second day video. And we're going to look at that. Excuse me. And then we're going to look at the Beck video because it was actually pretty interesting. Beck was spilling the kind of tea that I'm interested in. Nothing super dramatic, but just the day-to-day pain in the ass things that it's like to live with someone with narcissism. So I found it pretty interesting, actually. So I wanted to look at that too. It's a little long. We'll speed it up. There he goes. He's going to build his little cave because he knows what's coming. He's no fool. He is no fool. Let me drop down her resolution because we don't really need her at 1080p, do we? And why? Okay, let's We'll start her off at normal speed, but you know, we're not going to stay that way. So I think we're good to go. So welcome to the stage, Miss Amberlynn Reed. Yay, Amber's here. Yay. Coco Loco says it's an ugly, gray, messy day. It's friggin' really snowing. And they said we were supposed to get 15 centimeters. So in my head, I was like, okay, so we're going to get 2. And then I just got a weather alert that said they've changed it to 2. And I was like, yeah, we know. In Toronto, we know. Can you not get a cave going? Do you need a hand? I think he might need a hand. I'm sorry. Do you want a hand for the cave? Oh, it's very caveable. What are you doing? It's perfectly caveable the way it is. Okay. All right. No, he doesn't really like it if I start the cave for him, but sometimes he just wants a hand because he's lazy, because he's so pretty. I'm still working on my old computer setup. I'm sorry. I got this fantastic adapter, USB-C to HDMI with 2, so I can plug in both my monitors to my laptop. And then I realized one of my stupid monitors is DVI. And then I went, wait a second, I have a DVI to HDMI adapter. Yeah, it's the wrong way. So geeks, you'll feel me with that, right? Stupid. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. All I need is an HDMI to HDMI cable. I'm sure I have one of those. Can I find it? No. So there's a little geek talk for you. Welcome to the stage, Miss Amberlynn Reed, with her brand spanking new video of 11 minutes and 15 seconds long entitled Cheesecake Factory Taste Test, Clean/Organize with me, and a bittersweet semaglutide update. Bittersweet. Spoiler, her medicine's 3 days late. Bittersweet? Stop.
Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. So it's a new month, February 1st. I hope that you guys have an amazing one. I know some people think of it as like a fresh start. I do. That's the way I view new weeks, new years, and new months. I woke up to a notification on my phone saying that I've used almost all of my internet data, and I was so confused because I've always had unlimited. So I was very confused. I tried to figure out the issue and I couldn't do it on my own. So I have been on the phone with customer service for like over 2 hours. Long story short, I had to add on an unlimited package because supposedly I've never had that before. So now my internet has doubled in price. But you know what?
Okay. Okay, we were discussing this in the mod chat. Is she so stupid that she's using her cellular data on her phone to stream and upload shit? Like when I walk in my house, my phone attaches to my Wi-Fi and not to my cellular data. If her phone company called her and said she was out of data, that means she's using all the data on her phone, but she doesn't leave the house. So her data is always used at home, right? So she just got sucked into paying twice as much for her cellular data when her Wi-Fi is floating around her apartment for free. Wow. Okay.
But it's worth it. I need a good internet and a fast internet for my job.
You have one. Your internet. Maybe she doesn't have internet in her house. Do you think she doesn't have internet in her house? Do you think she only has a cellular plan? In which case, girl, you're a YouTuber. You need a fucking hardline internet. I'm not streaming on cellular. I'm not streaming on Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. I'm streaming on cable, plugged in. Wow, you're dumb.
All right, you guys. So we have a little haul here.
Also, these earrings... These stupid ass earrings with these fugly butterfly clips. Like, please, this look is too weird. Like, it's just the fucking outhouse shirt. Like, Oh, there's so many geometric things going on here. It's too much to cut for my brain.
Here. I'm going to start off with the package that I have literally no idea
Those earrings are
what
horrible.
it is, where it's from. It's in a completely...
Those earrings are so bad. I can't stop looking at them. They're so stupid. Coco Loco says she looks like a demented Shih Tzu. So stupid. And the ponytails with the thin, greasy hair. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, we got it, girl. She's got to bust out the bows again. Remember when she used to wear bows? She'll just write off her cell plan. Oh, yeah, just write everything off. At this point, the government actually pays her to live because she writes off so much.
Different language. Oh my God.
This is good. We watched this already. Some of us watched this in the Rage stream on the Discord, so we know what's coming. Oh, look at that freeze. It's so perfect. God, that should have been my thumbnail. Although I think the thumbnail was pretty good, but this is good too.
I wake up in a positive, uplifting mood, trying to ignore all the triggers that remind me that my heart is broken. And then I receive the Hecticana journal.
Oh my God.
That was shipped out to me before we broke up.
Oh my God, no. No, not the Hecticana journal, no. Oh my God, how is she ever going to get through this? It's too much. It's too much for one person to bear. So stupid.
Oh my God, and it's such good quality.
Of course it is. It's the best.
Literally matches my outfit. You'd think that this was planned.
No, you stupid woman. You wear black and pink 50% of the time. It was like shaking the dice that it was going to match your stupid... You designed it after your favorite colors. Of course it matches you.
I promise you this was not planned. But
it wasn't sent to you by random that a company made it. You designed it in your favorite colors that you wear all the time. Oh my God, you're dumb.
This is the Hecticana journal. I was going to make multiple journals, different colors, versions that would be suitable for anybody. But the merch is
I heard it's the Barbie font too, actually. I can't confirm that, but I did somewhere in the ether here that it was the Barbie font. I don't know if you can get in trouble for that. I know some fonts are copywritten and you can't use them. Because I know when I go and I look for them and you have to pay for them, or then you can go get a knockoff version. Maybe it's a knockoff version of the Barbie font.
No longer a thing because it was something that me and Tommy were doing together.
See, I don't understand this. She did merch before. Why does all the merch stop because Emily's gone? Like, it's just fucking font. It's not like Emily was drawing amazing watercolors for you to use on your merch. Emily just picked a font and put an outline on it. Okay, before you didn't have an outline, and you do now. And she added Pop, I think. It used to say Dainty Girl, and now it's Dainty Girly Pop. But basically, Amber, it's what you did before. There's no reason you can't do it yourself now.
I don't know. Maybe in the future when I feel
true snark,
like death,
true,
then maybe merch will come back because a lot of people liked it. A lot of people wanted it. I'm not going to lie. Even I did. And I had so many ideas. So did Tommy.
Even I.
Putting our minds together was making a lot of creative things. Oh God. Moving on. Next.
You didn't make anything creative. It's a font with an outline. It's not creative. It's a knockoff Barbie font. So in itself, not creative. Oh my God. And the jewels on her eyes are bugging me today. Like, I mean, I know they bug us all the time, but what are they doing up here? She looks like Frankenstein. It's stupid.
Next is this box here. So first things first is I got a stapler because I've been junk journaling and the pages are already falling out. And I'm just like, what? This journal wasn't cheap. I mean, by no means it wasn't expensive. In my brain, the only way that I figured I could fix it was getting some staples and getting an adorable pink stapler. Like, how cute is that? I have not used a stapler in years.
So all you have to do is color anything pink and that makes it cute. That's it. It's a fucking stapler, Ambler. Ambler. Rambler. It's a stapler. There's nothing cute about a stapler. Just because it's pink. Come on. And I'm sure she has a stapler. She probably threw it out.
Thing that was in this box is hand soap. So I just got 3 of these.
Oh, this is where Merc has to pick up the speed because I don't care about hand soap.
I've been sleeping lately. I've just been really anxious, really lonely, really sad.
I went way too far. I made a boo-boo. Sorry. Look, I missed all this scintillating content. We were looking at hand soap, right? Okay, here we go. Sorry.
This box is hand soap. So I just got 3 of these Method hand soaps, and I guess I put this sticker over it so it wouldn't leak or break.
Hey, nothing wrong with the cute colored stapler. I'm just saying that, it's like not that thing that you wouldn't like walk around exclaiming, "Oh my god, it's okay." It's a stapler.
The Sweetwater Method hand soap. Yep, smells clean. Next is this box. So it is another perfume by that brand that I've been getting lately. This one's called Rum Tropique, and they have so many different ones. Like, it's crazy.
Thank God she doesn't have enough perfume.
Ooh, that's like a musky fruity. Okay.
Can we look at that motion again? I need to slow it down. I need to see that that was fun. I don't know. I'm finding Amber kind of fun lately. It's back to, like, I like it when she's not addressing all the stupid toxic shit that floats around the community. Amber, just do you, because you're so dumb. It's so much fun to watch you and just be goofy, talking about the goofy shit you do and be nitpicky. That's fun. She's being more like that lately. Anyway, I need to see this perfume motion.
Ooh.
Thank you for indulging.
That's like a musky fruity. Okay.
I'm sorry.
And then last but not least, we have another package, but this one did not come in a box. It literally just came just like this. Can you imagine if it was something naughty? So anyone have any idea what it is, even though you just saw the box? So hook that doodad in there. There's a doodad right here.
So
ring, ring, ring. Hello? Yes, this is AMBERLYNN Reed. Isn't that so cute? It's literally a lip phone. Like, I can't. Am I going to use it as a phone? No, but it's going to be such a cute decor. All right, you guys. It is officially time for me to clean this bookshelf. I'm going to take everything off.
Stop. How many pink plastic lips do you need for decor in your house? As a woman in your mid-30s. Hey, Amber, you're looking at middle age. They age shame me. I might as well just pass it along. How many plastic lip decorations do you need in your home as a 34-year-old woman? Seriously. She doesn't have a landline, you guys. I'm guessing she doesn't have a landline. And she just bought a landline phone because it was shaped like lips.
I'm going to dust it. I'm going to go through all of this, get rid of some of it, and we're going to completely reorganize this. So here is a before. All right, so we have a little time lapse action. I haven't done a time lapse in so long. I forgot how much I enjoy them. I think they're fun to watch. So while I was doing this, I was just listening to some YouTube in my little AirPod, and this took me only like a good 15 minutes to clear it all off. So didn't take long at all. All right,
this part was fun for me.
Now I'm about to use some Lysol wipes, and I'm just going to wipe all this down.
Why not just get like a cloth and some soapy water? Like, does it have to be Lysol wipes? It's so like it's just because it's easy and she's lazy, And I'm not shaming Lysol wipes. I may have some myself, but I wouldn't use them for a bigger cleaning job like this. I mean, maybe that's just me. You can clean it. I mean, at least she's cleaning. Let's give her that. But it just seems to me like it's a wasteful way to do it. Now, think what you want, but. Like, I might use those to finish off the kitchen after I've cleaned the kitchen. I'll wipe off the taps and maybe the sink with those and the countertops and that, just as a finishing wipe. But I don't use it for heavy-duty cleaning. Like, how many of these is she going to go through to clean the shelf, right? Oh, she's not dusting. No, Megan.
All right, so since I'm short, we're going to use a broom.
No dusting.
Here.
And here, look at this. She is literally just going like this and smushing the dirt around on the shelf. She's not even wiping it off the shelf. Like, I get the struggle. I'm a short girl. I feel you. I would be climbing up on some chairs or something. And okay, she can't do that. But you know what? Get yourself a bariatric step stool. I'm sure they make them in the States. Or ask your mom to come and help you do the top shelf. That's not cleaning it. You're literally pushing the dust around. That's all she's doing here. Also, you start on the top, Amber, so when you dust off the shelves, it goes to the next shelf and you dust it off. Because what you're doing now here is you're throwing all that dust from those top 2 shelves onto those wet shelves that you just use the Lysol wipes on. Pro tip, Amber.
That's a lot of music. I'm also going to use the broom up here, which I can barely reach.
Yeah, a Swiffer would work. You guys are right. You guys are saying Swiffer in the chat. That would work. Swiffer would work. They bend the right way. They pick up the dust. Is this her content now, Jamie asks? It's been her content before. We've watched her put soap into bottles. We have no shame. Megan says, where's the step stool that she used to get into Tommy's truck? Emily kept that. That's for Emily's next girl to get in the truck.
Here, all on my couch, my table, my island. Oh my God, it's a mess. It's giving me anxiety. So for dramatic effect, I want to show you guys how it looks now. And then I'm about to show you how it looked before. And then I'm going to show you how it looks after. So here you go. So here is a before and here is after.
Guys, it looks the same to me. Sorry. Is it just me or does it almost look exactly the same? Like, you know, okay, it's a little better, but it almost looks exactly the same. There's way too much shit on those shelves. It looks the same, right? Am I nuts? Like we could do that, you know, that meme.
It looks after. So here you go. So here is a before. And here is after. Oh my God, it looks so much better, less cluttered. Now it makes more sense. I like how I put the books in like different spots instead of all just like in one row. This cleared off. Yay. I still have tons of stuff on my.
Look at that. Look at the precarious way that plant is hanging on the very tippy corner of that table. How weird does that look?
Put the books in like different spots instead of all just like in one row. This cleared off.
Yay. You see that? Why is that plant on the very tippy corner of the table like that?
In one row. This cleared off.
I can't stop it in time, but you get the picture. Isn't that a weird place to leave like the one thing on the table? She's got no sense of where to put anything.
Yay. I still have tons of stuff on my couch now. It's majority.
Remember when she had the mirror ball as the centerpiece and the island on her coffee table in the middle of the living room?
So I'm about to show you guys the new spot that I'm going to have it. Okay, so we're in my closet and I have this shelf that I now have cleared off. So I'm going to put all my perfume here. Okay, so I just got done washing my perfume stands. So now I'm just drying them. So I do have 2 of these. I almost wish I had 3, but 2 works just as good. Okay, so I'm just carrying all my perfume. Kind of the living room. I'm just going to set it here.
In case you didn't know what carrying was, Amberlynn just demonstrated it for you and narrated it. Okay, this is me carrying things. Okay, Amber, thank you.
That I put it all in a container so it was easier to lug. Okay, so now I'm just gonna organize it all, see what I come up with.
God, those earrings on that shirt.
All right, I did it, folks. All right, so this is all the perfume that I have. So my recommendations is Bright Crystal by Versace, but unfortunately I ran out of it. The
perfumes are just like her usernames. Like she doesn't have one signature scent, just like she doesn't know how to brand her channel. Like every platform she's on, she's a different name, right? It's just like this. It's like a million different scents. And when she was trying on that one where she did the waving, all I could think of is she probably woke up and put on perfume already today. So she's probably just putting perfume on top of perfume, right?
Marshmallow, because I get the most compliments wearing this one. If you guys are looking for some summery vibe.
One of our alerts, and I forget who, and I'm sorry, it might have been Marshmallow Sins. But it might not have been. I was very upset because they wear that perfume, that marshmallow scented perfume, and they really like it. So apologies. I'm sure. But remember, perfume mixes with our own body chemistry, so I'm sure you make it smell lovely. Different.
I would say this Clementine one. And this one by Kim Kardashian, which I don't think she even makes anymore. And the bottle is phenomenal.
Oh, it was Pateau.
So I did order
I'm sorry.
Dinner.
I'm sorry, Marshmallow Sins. It wasn't you. It was Pateau. Oh, Pateau. I'm sure you make it smell beautiful, though. They actually look like nice scents.
I wanted to show you what I got. I did order from the Cheesecake Factory, and I got something I've never had before.
No, she's now Jamie Carpenter. She was displaying the perfumes on the shelf in the living room, but now she's moved them into the shelf in her closet. So now she's moved them into her closet. I don't know why they're not on a dresser in her bedroom or in her bathroom, because to me, that would be where you normally put perfume, but okay, wherever. She doesn't have room for them. She's got a lot of lips to display.
It kind of, from the description, reminded me of like a poke bowl. So there's like crispy teriyaki chicken is the way they described it.
This is a Cheesecake Factory taste test. You know, there's this restaurant called the Cheesecake Factory. She's never eaten there before, I don't think. So she's going to do a taste test because she doesn't know what chicken tastes like. You know, there's no need for... Also, somebody in the chat, it might have been Pateau again, but I could be wrong because I usually am. Looked it up, and this meal is 1,800 calories. I think 1,810 or 1,840 or something in my remembrance. But 1,800 nonetheless. So 1,800 calorie meal for the little lass.
Rice, avocado.
That was username.
Cucumber. So let's do a taste test.
I'm
also
sorry.
Pickled onions. Yes. Chicken first.
That was username.
Now we're going to do a bite with
username.
All the goodness. What the heck? Kimchi. Avocado. I see some mushrooms. Some edamame. Chef's kiss. I'm literally shook. I give that like a 9.5 out of 10. Oh, I am currently trying my very hardest to just like...
Okay, doesn't she only like really dry chicken, like overcooked and dry chicken? I'm guessing the chicken from the Cheesecake Factory that's covered in sweet sauce like that probably is really moist. Those chains like that, like they know how to cook stuff, right? They got a factory method of cooking things. I bet you that stuff is real moist. Also, does kimchi go with avocado? I don't eat that stuff. But it seems like an odd combination to me, but okay, whatever. You got to get those calories in somehow. And a big slab of avocado is a great way to do it.
Stay preoccupied, distract myself, because I just feel like this big feeling in my chest of like, if I do not stop, like go, then I'm going to cry. And once I start crying, I don't think I'm going to stop. It's like looming in the back of my head, in the back of my mind, in the back of my heart.
Very deep. Let's slow this down a little bit. It's touching. You know, it's important to listen with the feeling that she's emoting and not skip over it.
And it's annoying, not gonna lie. I was actually supposed to go out with my mom today, and I was gonna take her on like a birthday spree because her birthday's coming up on February 7th, but she didn't feel good, so she stayed home. So I'm hoping we get to do it some other time. So that's why I've been like distracting myself and just like finding random things to do.
Yeah, because probably your mom is, I think mom's kind of getting over her. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. That last video seemed like there's a lot of little microaggressions from mom in there. Mom's sick of... And, you know, Amber says, I'll take you out for your birthday. It just means that mom is going to get dragged around to wherever Amber wants to go out and eat with Amber. It's going to be all about Amber. And mom's going to have to do all the driving and all the toting and all the, you know. And she probably was like, yeah, it's okay. I'll pass. I'll pass. Oh, by the way, yeah, happy belated birthday to Cameron Mamenga. It was our beloved Corny's birthday yesterday. I say belated, but I was one of the first ones to say happy birthday in the Discord. I'm usually all over that because they show up around midnight, and that's usually right before I go to bed. So I usually check. And I think Kai is also one of the ones who's super fast in that. A lot of us are super fast in the birthday thread, but I know there's a couple people that we never miss a chance to say happy birthday.
And I just posted the TikTok. It's like in the TikTok, I seem fine. I seem bubbly and like I'm in the greatest mood of my life. But like behind the scenes, I do not feel the greatest. Like I am just a walking broken heart. Like that's what it feels like. I'm trying my very hardest.
She is so brave, you guys. She puts on this painted face just to amuse us. It's always just for us, you guys. It's not for her. Stupid con artist.
Not to talk about it and just do like a lot of journaling. Okay, guys, so I am just getting ready to like close the shop for the night. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to give you guys an update because I just got an email. As you guys know, Sundays are my semaglutide shot day. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I ain't got my semaglutide. I said in my last vlog that it hasn't even been shipped yet. Well, guess what? My fingers were crossed on my last vlog, and I said, please ship on Saturday, and it did. It is going to be here days late, but I think that's okay because I messaged the provider and I said, y'all, I'm getting it late. I don't know what happened. They were just like, I'm so sorry.
So some of you guys have explained to me, because I'm Canadian, I don't understand how all this works, but apparently you can get this weight loss drug online, like on a website, without ever having to go in to see a doctor or have a doctor watch over you or anything. That seems kind of not right to me. But, okay, USA. If it works for you, it works for you. I guess there's a lot of people that do it responsibly. I don't think she's one of them. It seems weird there's no doctor oversight, and she's just calling them up. And she specifically refers to them as a provider, not a doctor. So I think you can do this in Canada too, Snork says? Really? Okay, I stand corrected. Go Canada. Without a doctor? Wow. Okay, don't blame USA. We do it here too. I didn't know. It's not FDA approved. You didn't ban Red Dye 40? Are you serious? I didn't know that. Let's let her wrap up.
For the inconvenience, and I was like, it's fine. But
Brent's van life. I just saw your new video come up, and I want to watch it. Hello. I think I might be a narc. I don't think you are.
I'm still allowed to like increase my dose because I'm supposed to be like doubling my dose.
Go subscribe to Brent's van life because he drives his van all over Canada. And you know what else he does? He freaking helps people all the time. Why don't you just go help people and be all nice to people that need help? Canadian.
And my provider said it's fine. So I should be getting it on Tuesday. Your girl's doubling her dose on Tuesday. I'm not looking forward to it because
not my girl.
Not being nauseous has been wonderful. I'm telling you, I haven't been nauseous for like almost a week and it's just been great. I don't know. We'll see how increasing my dose goes. I am a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I have the anxiety about it, but I'm gonna do it.
Thank you, Ella.
Put myself down. Regardless if I'm on semaglutide or not, like your girl needs to lose weight and she's on the journey to do so. Like I lost 16 pounds in January and I am very proud of that accomplishment. 16 pounds in a month is really, really good. So anyways, I'm about to throw my hair up in a bun.
16 pounds is less than a pound a day, and she's over 500 pounds. Girl, you got to do a little better than that. I mean, 5 or maybe 8 years ago, we could have said, well, at least she's not gaining. It's the right direction, but it's been 10 years now. I think we can't even say that anymore. You really just have to do better. We can't give you ass pats for these little tiny things anymore. It's like me losing, she's lost 4 pounds a week. That's not very much for a person her size. That could be water weight.
Take Twinkie out, get comfy, cuddle in bed, and hopefully get a good night's sleep because your girl has not been sleeping lately. I've just been really anxious, really lonely, really sad, and all of those things make it to where like I literally cannot fall asleep. But I'm trying my very hardest to be as positive as possible. Like as many times as I cry behind the scenes, I promise you guys do not want to see that. And I know you don't because yeah, I cry on here sometimes and I talk about how my heart hurts. Like in the past, every time I've cried over breakup, like people were like calling me dramatic and saying like, why doesn't she shut up about it? So it's like now that I'm like being more low key about it online and more so like handling that off of camera, people are like, oh, she's not sad enough. It's like, I'm not a robot. I am not fit to be designed for your liking. I am just doing the best I can over here. But anyways, I
am not fit to be designed for your liking. Does she understand the words? Does she know what she just said? She's not fit to be designed for your life. We know. Girl, we know.
This vlog. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye. There you go. There she is. She's not fit to be designed for your liking, guys. So silly. Now, I gotta be honest with you. This is the Amber I like. Just being so dumb and so narky and just like not even understanding what she's doing. This is the Amber that I enjoy the most. This is the Amber that makes me laugh, that we can just poke fun at. I like this one. But, and I'll tell you, we did watch her live stream last night, and as usual, there's not much to see. She doesn't say much in it. I'll tell you that she had a couple of false starts because she was having some technical difficulties, which she was blaming on the weather, but I don't know that the internet works like that, but okay. I don't recall really much of what she said, but I do recall that I felt exactly. Mamimi says, dumb smug Lynn is the best Lynn. If we could just get dumb, smug, nail and lashes Lynn, and we'd have an S tier Lynn. That is the best Lynn. Come on. Lashes and nails. How outrageously silly that was. That's the Lynn we like. Bring it on. And I felt like we were seeing that. I even said I feel like that live stream, I feel like we see, and the last vlog, the little bit of the narky is starting to show up again, which I love, because that's what I like looking at and talking about. That's what's interesting to me. And I felt like that interaction with her mom was getting a little narky. I think the honeymoon is over there. So I'm kind of amused the last couple days with Amber. I never thought she'd bring me back. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's been pretty dark in girl world, and that's not really what I signed up for. I like just being silly about it. I was commenting on something in the video the other day, and somebody in the chat said, you know, it's pretty goofy to pick on that. And I said, well, yeah, I'm goofy. That's what we do here. I don't want to kill her. I just want to laugh at her. Now, someone else who has a lot to say about Amber is Beck. And, you know, normally I haven't been paying much attention to Beck's videos. I support Beck. I wish them well on their journey, whatever they want to do with their channel. I hope they do very well. But we ran a poll. She dropped a video today. I guess, oh lordy, it's Jordy's community sent in a bunch of questions, and she was answering them. So we did watch it in the Discord today, and I got to tell you, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. She talks long. And for me, again, it's just the light little day-to-day. They. I caught myself again. They talk a long time. But they drop little tidbits about the day-to-day life. And that's what I found interesting. That's what I want to know about. I don't need the big dramatic stuff. I want Beck to tell us what it was like living with Amber every day. The tiny little narky things. That's the stuff that I want to hear. And you know what? She kind of delivered today. So I thought we should really take a look at that video as well. So that's what we're going to do. So there. I just have to find it. Denver says, I like Beck's personality. I can't wait for the Mothman video. Oh, I'm glad. I don't dislike Beck. Not fully my cup of tea, but I support them, and that's okay too. You were allowed to do that. I hear children in the hallway. The children are making noise in the hallway. What's that about? That woman, she had to go get pregnant during COVID. Now there's a child in the hall. It's okay. It's little Tim. We love little Tim. No, he's just being a kid. He's fine. They're in the apartment now. She was telling me, though, the mom, she was telling me somebody was complaining about the noise. It's like, are you kidding me? I live across the hall from you. I barely hear you. Anytime I hear is when he's in the hall, because he's a kid. Adults make noise in the hall, too. People just have to lighten the hell up. I'm not even a kid fan, but, you know, they're allowed to exist in the world with you. Not on an airplane, though. They shouldn't. They should have little child seats out on the wings. I'm just happy that the places I go, not a lot of kids fly there, so I don't have. There's lots of Karens in this building for sure. And they said they lived below her, and they could hear and I said, you know what? I've lived in this building for 6 years, because of the way it's made and the cement everywhere and the poured concrete. You cannot tell where the sound is coming from. I used to think there was a noise from upstairs. And then one night I went out in the hall upstairs to listen at the door because I didn't want to complain if it was the wrong apartment. And there was silence from the apartment. It wasn't the one making noise. You can't tell where people are. Kids have right. The kids are allowed in this building, so deal with it. Anyway, that's my TED Talk on not being a kid fan, but allowing kids to exist. How generous. Except not on airplanes. Sorry, I'm sorry. All right, Beck's video is called excuse me. Let me get a coffee. Yeah, hey, while we're pouring coffee, hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, no, Snark, I get it. Snark says my apartment has rules about kids being in the hall like that, making it. He's not making a disturbance. He's literally just talking. Kids just don't, 2-year-olds, I don't think are really good at volume modulation, and that's okay. No, if he was running around screaming and yelling in the hall, that's different. I think he's just coming in and out from the elevator. And they're louder because he's 2. He's 2. He's just learning to talk. What are we saying to Marigold here that she feels the need to say thank you for? Whatever it is, yay. I can't scroll up and find it. All right, Beck's video called "It's Oh Lordy, It's Jordy Q&A," and we're gonna probably speed up the Beckster because Beckster can talk a little slow. She's from down south. That's what they do. It's okay. Playback speed. We'll start at 1.5, and if it's too fast, we can slow it down. Hey, thank you all.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reacting to Oh Lordy Is Jordy's AMBERLYNN and Beck Season 4 Q&A. I haven't watched this video beforehand, so this is going to be my first impression of it. Just like the Mr. Snowflake video, I'm going to be trying to answer as many questions as...
I love how they put in 10 times more effort in their videos than AMBERLYNN ever has. Ever. Beck's doing really well with. I hope they do well. Oh, you're skinny now, Marigold's skinny now. Congratulations.
Possible, but if there's anything I'm uncomfortable with, then I will skip over it and let you guys know. I want to thank Oh Lordy Is Jordy for getting these questions together and making this video for me to react to. I also wanted to let you guys know my last video on ghost stories is up, and I'd really appreciate it if you give it a watch. I'm definitely going to be doing more videos like it in the future, but next time it will be fan submitted stories instead, so keep an eye out for that. Also, I'm going to go live today 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so look out.
Oh, so Beck will be going live tonight. Interesting. Maybe we'll watch it in the Discord. But I don't think Beck's lives are that interesting unless you're a big Beck fan, and then I support you in doing that. But I think their channel is very cute. I think they're doing very well with it. They're trying to get the thing is that I think, and I don't, they don't watch us, but I would caution Beck in, if you actually want your channel to be about other things, don't do too much AMBERLYNN Reid content, because it doesn't take very long for the algorithm to pigeonhole you as only AMBERLYNN Reid content, and then your ghost videos aren't going to reach the right audience. That's what happens. That's what happens.
For that. So let's get started.
Hey, hi, how are ya? I think I could pull that off more if I had pink hair and looked like Voldemort. Never mind. So this is going to be the video that Beck will receive to react to if they so choose to do so. Beck is recently been launching a reaction series to reaction channels and getting the community involved in asking questions that they have always wondered what occurred during what I refer to as Season 4 of AMBERLYNN Reid. So let's just get started, Beck. These are coming straight from my community, and on my behalf, it'll go through the Jordy filter, so to speak. Okay, so the first question is from someone named Raven Elise, and I actually wonder this as well. AMBERLYNN is immobile, or close to immobile, during the time.
Yeah, Jordy, I got nothing against Jordy, but you got to adjust your camera a little bit. You're looking a little on Amber side. I don't mean big. I mean, a little. You need to adjust the color on your camera,
Jordy. During your season. Raven and I would like to know, what does AMBERLYNN do with all of her time?
This is something that you guys probably already know about her, but it depends on what she's into in the moment. Like it could be reading and being on her computer for hours upon hours at a time. She would have so many tabs open and it would just be like YouTube, shopping. She would have her personal journal that she would write in open. I don't know. Sometimes I didn't even know because I didn't even really see a lot of her computer or her phone. She was also on her phone, but I was aware of the many different tabs that she was on, because another thing with Amber was no matter what she was doing or what we were doing, she could only handle it for so long and then she would have to switch to something else.
See,
So if we were
she
watching,
always claimed that, and I thought she was exaggerating, but apparently that's pretty true, or she had like a million tabs open on her computer and no attention span to finish a movie or anything. You guys are talking about Jordy's camera? It's a new camera? Cameron Mamenga. Oh, Mamimi says he got a new camera and he did not set it up right. LOL. I think he leaves it because the community keeps joking about it. No, fix it. Fix it. They'll joke about something else. Don't look so yellow.
in a movie or a TV show or something, we can only watch
Change
so
your
much of it, and
lighting
then she would
too,
pause
right?
it,
Your
and we'd
lighting
have to do
can
something else
change.
for a little while before we come back to it. She also was really into puzzles and Legos and journaling, and one thing that took up a lot of time was this game that she would force me to play called Choosy, where she would take a bunch of like thousands of stickers, like she bought bulk stickers, and had me pick between them all the way down until I picked one single sticker to be the best sticker of all. And she made me do this with buttons and earrings, calendar pages. She would buy a bunch of small calendars and tear the pages out and then have me pick between the pictures.
Choosy! Let's play Choosy. Which one should I choose? This one or this one? This one? Okay. All right, let's add this one. This one. Which one should I choose? This one or this one? This one? Okay. Can you imagine doing that for hours? That's what she does. Brent. Rich and Famous is here? Rich and Famous is here. When Brent and I were on Blog TV, we had a friend on there whose username was Rich and Famous. Isn't that a great username? His name is Rich. Seriously, what a toddler. She's done this to us on videos with her journals. Which journal should I pick? This one or this one? Okay, this one. Hours. Do you know how many earrings this bitch has? That would take a month.
Down to which one I like the most. And Croc Charms. She would make me play Choosy between Croc Charms, and she didn't even own a pair of Crocs. She just had thousands of Croc Charms for no reason. And sometimes, because there was so many, like with stickers and earrings, it would take hours. It
was the only thing I had multiples of on my desk handy. It's legal here.
And sometimes even days to completely get down to just one. And another thing that would take up a lot of time is she would set a timer for 45 minutes to an hour usually. And she would have me sit behind her and pretend to pick lint off of her back because she—
Okay, did you hear that? Did you hear what she just said? I'm going to play that again so you hear it. Listen. Seriously, listen.
Of time is she would set a timer for 45 minutes to an hour usually, and she would have me sit behind her and pretend to pick lint off of her back because she liked—
Okay. This guy keeps striking really stereotypical monkey poses for the camera. I think this is a poser monkey. Are you a poser monkey? Oh, you are a poser monkey. Look what the monkeys are doing. That's all I could think of when she said that. Who makes somebody pick lint off their back? A fucking monkey. That's the only thing that does that. Come on. That's all I can think of when she said that. Okay, I'm going. Yeah, okay. I was attacked earlier that day by monkeys. I was a little sensitive to getting close, but I had to share that. When she said this comment, this is all I could think of.
Like the way it felt and sounded because of ASMR. And she would have me do this for so long that my arms and stuff would hurt. And whenever I would want to stop, she would sigh and just be like, well, I'm going to pause the timer. So she would pause the timer for my little break, and then I'd have to immediately go back to it, and she would unpause the timer again. Sometimes I would catch her not unpausing the timer because she would want me to do it for longer.
Next up, we have a question from Gracie. I don't know if that's a reference to a specific animal, but Gracie asked this question. Gracie wants to know, when did the relationship between you and AMBERLYNN go from bad to worse? I know that people tend to put on their best face when they first get into relationships and slowly leak out the toxicity as they get along. So at what point did you realize, oh God, I'm in too deep, or, oh God, the honeymoon phase has definitely worn off?
In the beginning, things were all right, but there were some signs of her being controlling. Then it got worse whenever we moved in together. And then even worse whenever I quit my job and started taking care of her and quote unquote working for her full time. So I feel like that was when I definitely felt like I was too deep in to leave.
Princessa would like to know, were there ever times during when you were in renal failure that you felt unsafe to drive, whether it be to how you felt from your condition or from being heavily medicated?
Aren't these the kind of questions you want to hear? It's the stuff I'm interested in, for sure. Now, I believe Becky because I've been the victim of a narcissist for 60 years, and although it wasn't my partner, they operate the same way. And I know that she got to a point where she was too beaten down to leave, for sure. She was just way too beaten down to leave. By the time she realized she could get out, she didn't know how to get out. I get that. Cherry butter, thank you. I actually curled it today.
AMBERLYNN sort of pitched a bitch and demanded that you go get her fast food, went to Walmart.
Pitched a bitch is a good expression. I got to give Jordy that for sure.
Run her errands. Were there ever times where you felt this is not a good idea, but if I don't do it, it will unleash the beast, so I better do it?
As you guys know, at that time, I was heavily medicated and I should not have been on the road. And I put myself in danger and other people in danger. And I wish I could go back and tell myself it wasn't worth it to take those risks. I'm aware that I should not have been on the road during that time. But from what I remember, I didn't really feel like I was making a conscious decision. I just knew that I felt bad, but I wasn't sure what was causing it at the time. I was afraid to leave, but I was being pressured to take care of others, specifically Amber's needs. Even though I know now that I had a choice, at the time I felt like I didn't, and I will always regret that.
Peyton Ford asks, how long was the mattress in the...
I get that. My whole life. My narc's happiness and needs always came before mine. And when I put mine first, I felt nothing but shitty guilt about it all the time. Well, I understand why they were stuck like that.
The living room where you guys live. And whose idea was it to put a mattress arbitrarily in the middle of a living room for AMBERLYNN to loiter on?
It was over a period of, I want to say, about 2 years. Whenever she would want to hang out in the living room, I would have to drag the mattress out. And when we were done hanging out, I would have to drag it back into the spare bedroom. It wasn't the bed that we slept on. It was my bed from before we were together, and it stayed in the spare bedroom. So it didn't stay in there all the time, but I did drag it back and forth for many days over the course of a few years. But it was all Amber's idea, and it was because she would get uncomfortable sitting on the couch because her ankles would swell, and it would just be more comfortable for her to be able to stretch her legs.
This cow is cute. Some of you are asking, what is renal failure? Renal failure, I believe, is kidney failure. I didn't realize that Beck was in kidney failure, but I'm not going to pick apart little details like that. I'm just interested in how the narc affected her, to be honest.
And there were also other reasons that I won't disclose.
Orion Mars asks, was there ever a point during your relationship with AMBERLYNN when you guys were still going on double dates with Destiny and Dana that Destiny kind of tried to give you hints or kind of suggest to you that being in a relationship?
I doubt it. Destiny was so glad to be out of there. And the fact that Amber had Beck meant that Amber was right out of their hair finally. I bet you Destiny kept their mouth shut.
With Amber wasn't a good idea, or say something along the lines of encouraging you to get away from Amber?
No, she never really nudged me or tried to get me to do that or anything. But there were plenty of times where she would look at me and be like, I don't know how you put up with her. And they would also bicker and argue a lot when they would be around each other. It was just how their dynamic was too.
So there's a person that typically comes onto social media and creates a little bit of an uproar every so often by the name of Annie Doran. Would you mind discussing a little bit who Annie Doran is, your relation to Annie Doran, and any of the claims that Annie Doran has made that you are aware of?
So I was very interested in this question. Annie Doran used to be a pretty active member of chat in the live streams on this channel. And most of you know who Annie Doran is. And I've always wondered about the... I always felt that she seemed to have some interesting insight, but she seemed awfully voracious about it. So I was always kind of interested in the real story And it's interesting here to tell. Becca's going to tell us. Bob, I know I still do. Listen, she's in a box in my closet, and I still feel guilty.
So this is a question that I've wanted to address for a while, but I wasn't sure how to approach it. I do see her comments here and there, and it does make me uncomfortable to see her still talking about my mom. So Anne got a hold of my mom because my mom was selling wreaths that she made, and she asked Amber to advertise them on YouTube, and she did. So Anne got a hold of my mom and bought a wreath from her, and she just continued to talk to my mom after that as if she wanted to be friends with her. And my mom thought she really wanted to be friends, but the more she talked to her, the more my mom realized that Anne was only in for it for Amber. She was obsessed with Amber, and she wanted to know everything about Amber. And because my mom and Amber weren't getting along at that point, my mom did say some things to Anne about Amber, which you guys had seen in that screenshot with those voice notes. But there were times that she would say negative things about me to my mom, and it felt like she was trying to come between me and my mom. And I don't mean things that were brought up on YouTube. I mean, there were random things that were just blatant lies. She lied a lot. And as for the things that I know she has said, the story about her being stuck in the shower and the fire department having to be called didn't happen. I don't know where she would have gotten that story. I know my mom definitely didn't say that. And as for Amber weighing 700 pounds, that also isn't true that I know of. The most that I was aware of her weighing was like 570 or 80 something, and after that she just stopped weighing herself around me. So I
Which
really
is exactly what we suspected. So it's interesting. Yeah, it sounds like Annie tried very hard to insert herself into the story. It also sounds though like they had there was some kind of friendship there between Beck's mom and this Annie person. Whether it was, people are in your lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? So maybe it was just a reason. And it doesn't seem like they were close friends. They were internet friends. My takeaway from that is a lot of the tea that she had about Amber was true. A lot of it wasn't. And that most of her intentions were that she just really disliked Amber. So Beck says, God, are we ever wrong? Well, even she admitted she just stopped weighing herself at 574.2 or 572.4 or whatever it is. Yeah, Marigold, I tend to agree with you there. Yeah, I know. It's just like, why isn't the truth enough for people?
have no idea how much she
A lot of Amber's truths and behaviors are really shitty enough without exaggerating them.
ended up
For
weighing,
me-
but I don't think it was 700 pounds, and I don't know where she would have got that information from.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Was there ever a single lie that stuck out to you more than any of the others? Raven Elise would like to know. Was there anything that AMBERLYNN told her audience where you just thought to yourself, wow, I cannot believe that she is that confident lying about that?
Yeah, there were times whenever she would show in a what I ate in a day video, she wouldn't exactly show everything that she ate. She would just
Big
show you guys what she
surprise.
thought was acceptable for you guys to see, and then just not even talk about the other things that she would eat. So I was just always shocked that she really thought people would believe that. And I think you guys already know this, but there were many days that she would film lots of videos in one day, and she would switch her outfits to make it more convincing that it was different days. And she would also ask me to change my outfits to make it more convincing for those videos.
Aisha asks if there were ever times where
So I bet she films she'll spend 2 hours filming in one day, changing outfits and filming. Now, admittedly, changing outfits for her is probably some work. But then she just changes her top. But I bet she spends 2 hours filming one day, cuts that into 14 vlogs, and then she's done work for the month.
you would deliberately take longer during the errands that AMBERLYNN would send you on just so that you could have more time away from her?
Absolutely. Yes, I would. I did it every single time, every chance I got. That's also what I would do in the bathroom a lot. I would pretend to be using the bathroom for a long time, but I would really just be in there having my peace.
So we have all been clued in on what
Anyone with a narc has done that. Anyone with a narc has done that. Spend a little longer in the bathroom than you needed to, or you're the first one to offer to go to the store. Did you need something? Oh, I'll go and get it for you. We've all done that. We've all been there with our narcs.
really happened with AMBERLYNN and the wiping situation. It was not just solely something that took place after her hysterectomy. There was a lot of upkeep on your end in terms of AMBERLYNN's personal hygiene. What was Ricky and Eric's involvement in that, if anything? Did Eric and Ricky ever help wash? Did they ever help do anything? Or did they just kind of look at you and say, well, she's your girlfriend. That's your problem?
There's no way that Eric and Ricky helped wipe her ass. That's a stupid question. They were roommates. That would be something her partner would have to do, not her friggin' roommates that are males. That's a dumb question.
it was definitely the latter. They were just basically like, well, it's your girlfriend, your responsibility. You know,
course.
you really shouldn't have to be doing these things anyway. But of course, they weren't going to help, but understandably, and they should not have had to.
The next question is, do you know or remember what exactly happened after the "is that my cereal" incident when AMBERLYNN approached you when you were sitting on the couch in the living room and said very kind of furiously,
See, this is the tea I like. The stupid shit about the cereal. This is funny.
"What cereal is that?" And you covered for her by saying, "What's that over there?" And AMBERLYNN stomped off.
Maybe you got 6 people here. Why'd you guys? Huh?
Good old days.
What is that over there?
Was there a follow-up to that? Were there ever moments where food aggression was very apparent with AMBERLYNN?
I think we had recently discussed dieting and counting calories, and it was cereal that we had already had, and I didn't want it to go to waste, but I think it's because she was upset at the fact that we had talked about eating healthy and I was eating the cocoa.
Can you imagine? This is what a fucking narcissist does. Shaming Becky over what cereal she eats. Good Christ, they're so horrible. They're just fucking horrible. Joan did the same shit to me. She always, in the last couple of years, would point at me and tell me I was fat. Except she'd say it in some cute way. And then if you get upset, it's like, oh, I'm just joking. You can't even take a joke anymore. You're eating too many chips. I know what you're saying. They're all the same.
But we all know that the diet was going to be over in a few hours anyway, because that's just how she was. So usually I would have been trying to take the diet seriously, but that day I just knew the diet wouldn't last, and I ate Cocoa Puffs. As for the food aggression, I feel like she did have some food aggression, but I don't really have any specific examples because I feel like I was spared from that because we had very different tastes in food, and I just never really wanted to try what she had.
Could you tell us in your words what exactly happened with the Jones?
Why didn't someone ask about the chili? Come on. Because Beck even admitted to saying it was good at one point. Like, I need to know the real chili. I need them to tell us the tea about the chili.
Rings that you used to propose to Amber in the infamous video and the screenshots that followed along in what the community refers to as Ringgate.
So I did try to sell them on a Facebook Marketplace, but no one wanted them. So Amber did catch wind of it and she wanted them back. I don't know what she wanted them back for. I guess maybe to try to sell herself, but I don't know. I ended up giving her one of them back and I lost the other one by the time I'd gotten the other one to her.
Strawberry Shortcake asks, if AMBERLYNN admitted to free bleeding, were you also expected during your time with Amber to clean up after all?
Oh God, I don't want to even
human
talk about
bodily functions?
Yeah, I knew about the free bleeding and I did have to sometimes clean up after it, but that's all I'll really say about that.
And
thank you, Beck, for having some class. That was the perfect answer, Beck, and I want to thank you for being able to answer that without going into any detail. That was class. That was a class answer to that disgusting question. This community gets a little gross and a little base, and you don't have to go down there with them. That was a well done answer, Beck. I appreciate that.
Anna Cottrell wants to ask if, and of course you don't have to disclose the answer to this, are there things that you are taking to the grave, so to speak, when it comes to AMBERLYNN?
I bet.
Are there certain details or events that happened that, no matter how juicy the drama or the ability for you to profit or get clout off of it or anything of the sort, are there things that happened in your relationship with AMBERLYNN that you plan on never disclosing to the world?
Probably.
Yes, there are some things that I do keep to myself just because they are embarrassing and wouldn't be very kind to share with the world. And though Amber has called me a liar and money hungry and has tried to embarrass me, my goal has never been to do those things to her. I only wanted to tell my story and to help her see that she needs to take some accountability.
Isabel Schumacher asks, during the transition between your season and Jade's season 5, was Jade kind to you? Did Jade kind of make the overlap in the relationship as easy and not awkward as possible? Did it kind of turn into AMBERLYNN wanting you out of there?
That was a terrible time for Beck. Remember, they were still living there, and Amber had Jade come for that visit that never left. She never left. I think then Beck ended up with her COVID, whether they really had COVID or not, I don't recall, but oh, what a terrible time for them.
And Jade in, was it sort of like a 2 versus 1 situation, or did Jade remain neutral?
She was kind to my face, but I did find out later on from Eric and Ricky that she would talk about me behind my back. She didn't make it any easier or harder because I was already halfway out the door whenever she moved in.
Because I have no doubt that when Jade first entered the scene, it was honeymoon period with Amber, and Amber was talking trash about Beck. And Jade agreed with it because Jade thought, I'm here now and I'm going to make her better. Beck is an enabler and they helped get her to where she is today. And then I bet you Jade wouldn't say the same things about Beck now that they did then. That's my guess.
Lori asks, was there ever an incident or a period of time where you considered calling a mobile crisis team or initiating a 5150 for Amber, maybe staging an intervention with people that were in her social circle? Did that ever strike your mind as something that might be a good idea?
So I did not realize that you could do something like that. But I think if that were to have happened, she just would have cut everybody off and came back not changing a thing.
The mattress and litter box that you recently told us about being covered in piss and shit that no one was attending to regarding the pets that you came across, were you responsible for cleaning all of that up and throwing away the mattress? Were there times where you were throwing away mattresses or things that normally, if they were given ordinary maintenance, you would just kind of throw them away because they were beyond repair, or it was better to just buy a new one?
I have a controversial opinion here, and I'm going to say it anyway. If you're living with your partner and your partner's such a damn slob that they don't care if you're take care of the animals' litter boxes, then you better the hell clean those litter boxes up on a regular basis and keep them clean for the pets. Does it suck because it's not your job? Absolutely. Is it important because it's about the pet's comfort? Absolutely. Those boxes never should have gotten to the point where there was shit and piss on a mattress because the boxes were too dirty for the animals. I'm sorry, if Amber dropped the ball, there was 3 other adults in that house that should have done it for the animals' sake.
Clean it.
Sorry.
I was the one who eventually cleaned up the litter boxes. Some people may think
eventually it never should have gotten that bad. For the animals' sake, it never should have gotten that bad.
That was the first time to turn around and run, and I should have, but I felt bad for her. At the time, I thought she just needed help, and that was something that Amber could just physically not do, but that's not an excuse to put your animals through that. The bed was beyond saving, and Amber didn't know what to do with it. So
it got so bad that the bed was beyond saving, then why are those adults? None of them should have pets. Then I'm sorry, none of you should be pets. You're not responsible. None of them are good pet owners. Because it's not about who belongs to that animal. It's about the animal's comfort and safety and your own health.
Ended up just leaving it behind, which is unfair to the people who own that apartment and had to dispose of it. The only other mattress that we had to get rid of was the one that we slept on for years, and we ended up burning it before we moved to Lexington.
Alyssa Faye asks, so there were times when...
You guys are telling me, Astronaut Cat and username, you guys are telling me Merc, it was when she lived alone before she moved in with Beck. Oh, okay, different story then. Totally different story. Your house. I stand 100% corrected. Can we go back in history and take that back? Okay. That makes more sense then. Okay, then. All right. Then Beck did exactly what Beck should have done in that situation. I take it all back.
You left for upwards of days for time to spend with your family, and Amber was left alone at the house. What did you do in the event, or what did she do in the event that you weren't around?
There were a lot of things that she couldn't do without me, so that's why my time away from her or with my family was very limited.
Because she was still pretty cognizant before she went really downhill when she lived here. And the only thing I ever did, the only time I took away from her in a week, I had my live stream on Saturday night, which she was very pissed off that I couldn't change because she thought I should have dinner with her every night. And I said, I compensated. I visited her, but I said, no, I'm not changing the time of my live stream. That's my job, and I've been doing it for years. I'm not changing that for you. But every Saturday, I have, as many of you know, I go out with my friend Tim, and we have brunch, and we walk around, and we hang out for a couple hours. That's the only time I said, the only time I need to, otherwise I'm on call all the time, but I want those 2 hours with my friend. And when she first moved here, every single friggin' Saturday, I'd be sitting down for brunch and she'd call me, and it would be some kind of emergency that I'd have to come home for. And when I'd get here, it'd be fine. There'd be nothing really wrong. Narcs need to control all of your time, all of the time. So I believe this.
So she would do her best to not do those things that she needed help with while I was gone.
Yeah.
Maggie G asks, what were AMBERLYNN's thoughts about Michael B. Petty? And what I would like to add on to this is, would AMBERLYNN look into reaction channels in regards to wanting to sue them or looking up information about them to anonymously spill tea about them? Would she deliberately create rumors
How
about
about if you don't say anything that could, maybe just don't say anything that could get you sued, and then you don't have to ask that question.
reaction channels to tarnish their image. Recently, it was disclosed to us by AMBERLYNN's ex-friend Alexis that AMBERLYNN paid for my information, and who knows what she would have done with it. Has she ever done anything, or that you know of during the time that you spent with her, that she kind of went after reaction channels in an unorthodox way?
So there were a lot of reaction channels that she couldn't stand. Like she couldn't stand Oh Lordy, It's Jordy. She couldn't stand Michael B. Petty. She completely got Kicking Geese taken down, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. She also completely hated CXNT and Charlie Gold. There were so many reaction channels that she just absolutely despised. And I don't know if she really like paid for the information or anything, but I do know that she was obsessively watching you guys and just seething with rage.
Magic Flower says that you recently disclosed to us that AMBERLYNN kept you in.
I don't think she ever got Kicking Geese taken down, as far as I know, unless something happened the last couple of years. I haven't been keeping up with that channel. And I can see why. She must have really hated Michael B. Petty, because back in the day, man, Michael B. Petty was the snarkiest of everybody. But, you know, back then, people were just snarky, snarky and petty. And that's when it was fun, right?
In the car and prevented you from breaking up with her. Was that a normal occurrence? Did that happen pretty frequently where she would tell you, no, you can't break up with me? Or was it just a handful of times that you can remember?
There were times that we would get into arguments and she would be like, you can't leave this room, or don't you dare walk out on me. But the car thing only happened one time. There were multiple other times I would try to leave her, but she would emotionally manipulate me into staying.
Yeah.
Katsukis asks if you ever felt like a rebound for Amber or someone that she could use as bait to try to win Destiny back. Did you feel like AMBERLYNN was just in a relationship with you so that she could have a partner to show Destiny that she could move on?
Honestly, I feel like every girlfriend she gets is a rebound for the previous one. But yes, I did think about that, especially.
That's very insightful. I feel the same way too. I've said for a long time now, it's not even about the girl. It has nothing to do with the girl or their personality or anything. It's a girl who has shown interest in being with Amber, and that's the only criteria she needs. And then within 2 days, she's deeply and desperately in love with this person. They're the person that's been missing from her whole life. They're the one that's going to change everything. She's never met anybody like them. It's the same every time, because if her feelings were based on this person's unique personality, it wouldn't be the same story every single time, right? There'd be differences. But
Especially in the beginning of the relationship.
How did AMBERLYNN really feel about Chantal or Foodie Beauty? Did she have private opinions on Chantal, or did she like Chantal? Did she have nice things to say about Foodie Beauty?
They were on again, off again friends. So like whenever they were friends, Amber really didn't care about her too much, didn't pay too much attention. But whenever they were arguing, Amber did talk bad about her like she does anybody else.
Knives Pilgrim asks if there are actually ways that she is misunderstood by the community or the internet as a whole. Are there things that the reaction channels or the community wildly get wrong, or the camera versus real life does not translate well? Are there things that really AMBERLYNN should be given a little bit of a break on that you can think?
Like, is she actually really funny in real life, but we don't see it? This is a good question.
Gov?
No. I used to think that they
I was trying so hard to give her a break. No, real fast no, too. There was no hesitation in that answer. Oh my God, that was too. I couldn't have set that up any better. Oh my God.
That really AMBERLYNN should be given a little bit of a break on that you can think of?
No, I used to think that they were wrong, but definitely not now.
And Storm asks, how was AMBERLYNN with her money? Does she have more put away than she leads on? Is she doing very well for herself? Do you think that it's absolutely ridiculous that you left the apartment with $100 to your name, knowing how well AMBERLYNN was doing?
She did make a ridiculous amount of money. I don't know about now, but when I was with her, she did not save it. She would spend it, and it would just be on whatever random thing she wanted. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, and I don't want to keep harping on this, but it is ridiculous that I only had $100 to move out on, because I didn't get any of the money from the live streams that I participated in. But I am just grateful to be out of that situation and in a better one now.
Absolutely.
So that is the end.
That is absolutely. Sorry.
The Oh Lordy, It's Jordy Q&A video. I hope everyone enjoyed this video and made it to the end. And I want to thank Jordy again for setting this up and making this video for me to react to. I appreciate everyone who has been watching my channel, and I hope to see you all in the next one.
All right. Oh, wait. One of our communities said that Beck showed her picture of Twinkie, but I don't know if it's in here or not. Oh, no. They told me that before. nice of Beck to show some fan art. Beck, you are 10 times the YouTuber that AMBERLYNN could ever hope to be. And you've done it in a month. So that's pretty good, right? I'm telling you. That was pretty interesting. I thought there was more tea in there. That's exactly, I'm telling you guys. I'm not crazy. The last 2 days, the Amberverse feels kind of like retro Amberverse, which is really what I like. It's just stupider. I don't want it to be evil. I don't need her. We don't need to kill her. We just want to poke fun at her. But that was, that was a good video of Beck. I don't usually watch Beck's videos, but Jordy, props. Your community asked some good questions there. That's the kind of stuff I'm interested in. Yeah, Beck's also not a full-time YouTuber, username reminds us, Listen, Amber, one of the funniest lines from the live stream last night, someone said something to her about how little time she spends on her job on YouTube. And she made the comment about how she has, that's just one small way that she earns income. She has many different ventures. She's got different ventures, you guys. So, Amber can't spend that much time like Beck. She's got a lot of ventures. She's adventurous. Anyway, there you go. So that was fun, right? We got to look at the newest Amber, and we got to look at the question and A with Beck. So it's nice to have some fun content and not just monstrous, evil, nasty stuff. I love this silly content again. So let's hope that she keeps moving in this direction, not Beck. If it was Beck, I would have said they. I try. But I hope she keeps moving in this direction. I hope she keeps showing us her little narkiness now that the honeymoon is worn off with her mom and she's getting more comfortable there. Her real personality's coming out again, and that's what we really want to see, right? So that's fun. Thank you all for joining me. I will watch something in the Discord tonight at 7 p.m., like in an hour and a half or so, but I have no idea what it's going to be. I'll come up with something. I want to thank you all for joining me. Oh, yeah. Mr. Snork is going to be organizing a Choosy tournament on Discord. So be sure to show up with all your favorite objects to play Choosy with Mr. Snork. They're on the gender bandwagon, so jump on and join them for a game of Choosy. I just made Snork's blood pressure shoot through the roof. We have watched the menu, Jan. It's amazing. I'm gonna go before I get in trouble. It's an inside joke. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for joining me. Carter, you just got in here in the nick of time. Now you got to go back and watch it from the beginning. Thank you all for joining me and Rio Under the Blanket. And this look at Beck's new video. And they're answering questions of Jordy's. And this look at AMBERLYNN's latest upload. It's Wednesday. I'm not doing sweet nothing tomorrow, but maybe Friday we'll come back with a redundancy report. Oh, we haven't done one of those in a while. And tomorrow I'll try and upload something else on the travel channel. The link is in the description. Please go subscribe to the travel channel. Please. Get us out of here. Until we meet again, you know the routine. Just be kind. And hasta luego. Bye.